Welcome to Echoes of Enlightenment, where we talk about spirituality, life lessons, and overall self-development. In today's episode, we'll be discussing the consequences of overlooking your intuition. I thought this would be a good topic about the consequences of when you overlook your intuition. What happens and why we do it. And there was a lesson I had to learn this past weekend by overlooking my intuition. That's what sparked this episode, because I learned a valuable lesson, and I figured this would be a good time to teach all. A lot of the times when we overlook our intuition, it's because there's something that we want. There's something that we want. That's when we overlook our intuition. Our intuition is there to let us know what's best for us. What's best. It doesn't care what we want. It only works on what's best for you. And for example, think about like if you're like on some type of diet or something, or you just want to eat healthier. You go to a restaurant and everything on the menu looks good. You're like, oh, I want to get the steak. But you're like, but I know I should get the salad. Or I want to get the, fried chicken or something. Then you're like, but I know I should get the salad. And you're weighing, you're going back and forth. But you know what's best for you, because that's why you said, I know I should get the salad. But that's your intuition telling you what's best for you. But what you want is like the fried chicken. So that's how your intuition works. And a lot of the times we'll override our intuition because what's best for us isn't what we truly want. But in the long run, what's best for us will work out. Will work out better for the long term. What we want is usually immediate gratification. What's going to make us happy right now. And that's what our wants are. And when you're dealing with people and you overlook your intuition and go with what you want to see happen, what you want to believe, over what your intuition is telling you what is. It's telling you exactly what it is. Like say you like somebody. You're interested in somebody. And you notice some red flags. You're gonna overlook your intuition because of the want. You want to pursue this person, or you want to see where this goes. But by you overlooking your intuition and going with that want, this is a lesson that you're about to fail. You're about to fail this lesson because you already received the indication that this wasn't the right situation. You felt it. You knew it. And the craziest part is it's not only one time that your intuition notifies you. It'll notify you a few times to get you to wake up and make a better decision for yourself. It'll notify you. It doesn't make you do anything. You still have free will. But it notifies you, man, like, hey, this is what this is. That's why you got to listen to your intuition. That's why you're like, dang, I knew better. Yeah, you did know better. But you thought you could override that whole situation just because of something you want. And longer you go down that want trail, there's a disaster at the end of that. It might not be super bad, but the end of it is not where you think it's going to go. It can, longer you stick in a situation, you're just going the wrong way with that want, especially when your intuition kicks in to tell you not to do that. And now I know I shouldn't be doing this, but I'm going to do it anyways. What do you expect is going to happen at the end of that? At the end of that is not going to be something good. You can sometimes get out of it if you wake up soon enough and learn that lesson. When you listen to your intuition, even over something you want, you're like, I know I really want this to happen, but something in me is telling me that this isn't right. If you go with your intuition and pass up that instant gratification of what you want, you're going to get something better in the end. It's going to be better. Because when you go with the thing that's wrong, with your want, over your intuition, this is a lesson that you're about to fail. You're going to fail it. And what's going to happen, you're going to be presented with this exact situation. It's going to be the same situation, but in a different form. And it's going to be presented in a different package. You're going to have to keep, anytime you override your intuition and go with something, go that opposite way of your intuition, you're going to have to keep replaying that until you get it right. You can't move on to the next level until you get it right. And the reason why you need to pass these levels by listening to your intuition is your intuition is putting you in line with the universe to get on this right vibration to where you can attract stuff. It's putting you in harmony with the universe because your intuition is part of the universe. It's your intuition is separate from your mind. They're two different things. Your intuition is not found. It's not found in the mind. Your logic is found in the mind. Your thoughts are up there. But intuition is in your heart, kind of, it's in your spirit. And that tells you where to go. It's going to give you the right thing, whether you like it or not. And I can guarantee if you listen to your intuition, most of the time, your outcome is going to be way better than that want that you wanted. That thing or that person or whatever it is that you want, that you overlook your intuition for that temporary instant gratification. And this might not even be it's not a good thing in the end for sure, because you're just going down a dead end. It's like a maze and you run into a wall and you keep trying to hit that wall. That's why it's so much people keep making the same mistakes over and over again, is because that's a lesson. It's a lesson. They keep overriding their intuition and going with what they want. They already know what they're going to get, especially after like the fifth time. It's almost like those relationships where the person keeps going back to the toxic person. Their intuition already tells them, like, don't do it again. Don't do it again. It already told them the very first time and the second time and the third time. I mean, your intuition is a part of you, so it never stops wanting to help you. But it's you choosing not to listen to it and going for what you think you want. And what I realized is listening to your intuition, it's going to take discipline. You're going to have to pass up things that you want when your intuition is telling you that there's something better for you or that that's not best for you. Go this way. It'll tell you to go this way. You know it. You hear it, but you ignore it. And the best way to hear your intuition is just to listen for it. When there's a decision to be made, or as soon as you get that feeling of, there's your answer right there. When you're like, I don't know, there's your answer right there. But what happens is you begin to use logic. You start you're using your brain at this point. You begin to convince yourself why you should do this. And that's already going against your intuition. Because why do you need to convince yourself to do something that's right if you know it's right? That's the conflict that you're having with your intuition. Because now by you convincing yourself to do whatever you're going to do that you know you shouldn't be doing, is you trying to convince yourself not to do the right thing. And you know the right thing to do is because you're already told, and you're having to convince yourself. You're having to convince yourself to do the thing that you want. And if you're able to overlook that want and go with what you know is better, 5 minutes, or not even 5 minutes, 3 minutes after you go with your intuition and override the thing that you want, you'll instantly feel like you know you made the right decision. You know you made the right decision. Your confidence, you'll begin to believe in yourself a lot more. You're like, yeah. You will feel it in your soul because you did the right thing. You stayed true to yourself. You believed in yourself. It's something it's a spark. It's a spark that happens when you follow your intuition. Now, if you get used to following it all the time, your vibration just raises higher and higher. You get more self-confidence. You get that belief in yourself, and things begin to work out perfect for you. I guarantee this. And it's okay to, screw up. Sometimes I screwed up, but I figured out what was wrong. I was in conflict too, because I passed up my intuition and started using my logic mind to convince myself that what I wanted, I was just convincing myself to the fullest. But deep down, I felt a tug. I felt like a tug. And it was a constant tug because I knew what was right, but I was still heading to what was wrong. And then I said, let me just make a call. So I made a call. And what I did was I asked the person a question, 2 questions. And they were the questions around when my intuition went off before, like a couple of days earlier when I was talking to this person. And I asked questions around those 2 intuition moments when I kind of realized I was overriding it. And the way they answered it, I got my answer right there. And the deal was off. And then there was a sense of relief. I was like, oh my God, what happened right there? And I just realized I picked what I wanted over what was right for me. But I'm going to end this right here. Until next time.